Cyclone Hudhud has weakened into a deep depression as it heads towards South Chhattisgarh and neighbouring states. The storm is now reportedly moving in the northwest direction. The P-8I long-range maritime reconnaissance aircraft is being prepared to carry out damage assessment over the east coast. The aircraft is based in Arakonam near Chennai. We're getting the latest on this story. Authorities preparing the 8I reconnaissance aircraft to carry out damage assessment along the east coast. We're also being told by the Met Department that the cyclone has now slowed down into a deep depression which is now moving in the northwest direction. South Chhattisgarh likely to be affected. The other states that have been put on standby are Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh and East Uttar Pradesh. The impact in Visakhapatnam yesterday was felt across the region as Cyclone Hudhud made a landfall yesterday afternoon. 6 people are believed to have been killed in Odisha and Andhra Pradesh and lakhs have been displaced. Of course, the impact and the extent of damage was reduced because of a forecast that was made well in advance. Better forecast and evacuation exercises undertaken well in advance helped reduce the extent of damage when Cyclone Hudhud hit the east coast on Sunday. In comparison, Odisha had been caught unawares in 1999 when 15,000 people had been killed when a Category 5 cyclone hit the state. Authorities had been able to minimize the damage when Cyclone Phylline hit the Indian coast. Here's a detailed report.
It's a history of devastation. Odisha's now annual date with nature's fury. From 1999's monster cyclone, which killed more than 15,000 people, to last year's super cyclone Phylline, and now Category 4 cyclone Hudhud. But this time the challenge was bigger. The aim clear. Zero casualty. Alerts were sounded, warnings were made public and locals evacuated just in time.
यानी अति भीषण चक्रवात है ये दस्तक देगा विशाखापट्टनम के आसपास.
All the officers and departments have been alerted. All of them, starting from the GP level, village level staff, they will be staying in the respective headquarters. In case of any eventuality, we will be using the government buildings, schools, community centers, community halls for accommodating the needy people.
One thing is clear, what the country witnessed in 1999 was a huge lesson for the authorities. 15,000 were killed then, more than 1 million rendered homeless. But last year, when Super Cyclone Phylline crashed into the subcontinent, casualties were minimal and more than 5 lakh people were evacuated in time. And it won't be an exaggeration to say that when Hudhud was preparing to crush the eastern coast, the authorities were battle ready. But what is it which changed over the past 14 years? Regular and accurate weather forecasts from the Met Department were key in spreading awareness. Last year and this year too, timely warnings ensured timely evacuations, putting life out of danger's way.
Since 1999 cyclone, they've learnt a lot of lessons, and Phylline was one of the examples where the Odisha government tried as much as possible to save as many lives. This time again, they have carried out evacuation of around 1 lakh people, and they seem to be and appearing to be quite prepared as far as the cyclone is concerned.
In Andhra Pradesh alone, 27 NDRF teams, 2 army columns, 56 boats, 155 medical teams and 6 choppers were deployed to avert any tragedy. While all disasters are followed by monetary assistance from various quarters, Odisha has shown what a prepared administration is capable of doing. Bureau Report, headlines today.
A better prepared Odisha managing to contain the extent of damage. Let's get a word from our correspondent Manogya Loiwal, who's with us live from Gopalpur this morning. Manogya, the extent of damage was contained because of preparedness of the state, but now there's an added threat of floods in the face of heavy rainfall.
Absolutely, that's the biggest threat for the state government now. They are tense because it has been raining and the incessant rains would continue till 15th of October. That means 2 to 3 more days. And that means that there will be flooding in Risulia River, in Ganjam district and also in Gajapati district, which is the maximum affected. We spoke to senior officials who have confirmed that there is a lot of felling of trees, a lot of uprooting of trees as far as Malkangiri is concerned. So there are parts of Malkangiri, especially where tribals reside, which is cut off from the rest of the state. Around 80 to 85 kilometer area has been cut off from the rest of the state. But besides that, the biggest worry is also that the winds will continue. So there is a lot of expected damage because of the winds. Not much of the cyclone effect is seen in Odisha. But this time it's more of the rain and the flooding of the rivers. We told that even Risulia River is overflowing, but if it continues to rain for one more day, there will be flood-like situation in Gajapati and parts of Ganjam also.
Now the threat of flood adding to worries of authorities who are also now likely to begin rehabilitation work in the state. Thanks so much, Manogya, for that update. We're going to keep coming back to you for more.